Hi everyone, welcome to Straight from the Divine Tarot. We're Monday, July 14th, 2025, and we're doing another collective read for you. As you know, it's a timeless read, okay? I don't use the signs, I don't use the genders. You can switch the genders of the roles as you need to. It's all energy anyways, okay? Place yourself where you fit. Don't try to make it fit, though, if you're not aware of the situation. If you're not aware, if it doesn't resonate, it means it's not yours. Please use your higher wisdom and discernment, okay? Again, I caught a couple of other people in the comment section. It's common, and I know it's hard to. It's easy to forget. Well, I didn't do this and I didn't do that, and that's not right. I get it. That means it's not your story. Okay. Here's the next one. Maybe go look at other reads that I've posted. If the title jumps out at you, chances are there's something in that reading for you. Okay. Thank you for all your love and your support. I truly am grateful to each and every one of you. I love you. Let's see what Spirit wants to talk about right now. I am hot right now. The AC's on. I'm going to have to turn my fan on, I think. Some things are getting hot. I guess some people are getting caught doing what they shouldn't have been doing, right? They've been lying. They've been stealing, defrauding, doing magic. And the nooses are really tightening around people's necks. Yeah, look at this. Justice. Can't make this up. Overarching energy. Divine justice, criminal justice, moral, yeah, kindred. So somebody could be a kindred spirit. It doesn't have to be like in a relationship. It could just be somebody that's on the same wavelength as you. They get you. You get them. Somebody did something wrong here. It could have been amoral. It could have just been, shouldn't have done that. It could have been criminal, totally unbalanced. Somebody's coming to your rescue. You didn't do anything, or somebody's claiming they didn't do anything. It could be a kindred spirit, somebody you thought was a kindred spirit. I didn't do anything. I didn't do it. Or you didn't do anything and somebody accused you of it. Conscientious. Somebody's trying to clean up their side of the road. We got this in last read. I don't know. Somebody's very kind and thoughtful. Trying to sweep it under the rug. See that room again. Somebody's a materialistic person. They love things. They use people and they love things instead of loving people and using things. Trying to give off that they're wholesome, or you are. Or they want everything you have. They want to sweep something under the rug. They want to overlook something. But this is the Divine's time now to separate the wheat from the chaff as well. They wanted to harvest from you. You could come from a very strong salt of the earth kind of family or lineage. Oh, sorry about that. I don't know. Somebody's standing there proud. It has something to do with a farm, potentially. I don't know. So it could be a family farm. I just heard that. There's been a promise. Somebody promised something to you or is going to make a promise to you. You're a type that keeps your promises. You don't let people down. I mean, not all promises can you keep. Okay, well, we have to be realistic, but you try. Or somebody's making promises they can't keep. Yeah, it's a lot of drama. It's something to do with the first read. Again, somebody's under observation. They're being watched, or they're trying to watch you. But by watching you, they're causing drama. Making waves, I heard. They could be under surveillance. There's something to do with religion. They were watching you religiously, or it has something to do with religion or spirituality. Could be a spiritual leader, you or them. Religious leader, you or them. Trying to tiptoe out of this. This is a player energy. Playing cards, fast and loose. Yep. Playing with witches. Oh, I know what this is. Could accuse you of witchcraft, or they're doing witchcraft, or they're hiring people to do so. Practitioners, cults, covens, or they're part of one. Or they are a witch or a warlock. Trying to change people's perception of you. Now, people are seeing things differently. I think you are. Somebody who's playing puppet master. Fist up somebody's ass, right? Somebody likes to get fisted. Devil's right here, right? Playing people against one another. Yeah, wanting to take your spirit throne. You could be highly spiritually ranked, okay? And they want what you have. Your essence, your soul. Give me a break. Yeah. You're an academic or somebody's learning a lesson, that's for sure. They're trying to study you. They want to visit you now. Somebody is an addiction specialist, or there's something to do with addictions. They could be addiction. They could be addicted to you, a dick. They could be a dick. They are a fucking dick. What can I say? You're getting your justice. Somebody could have accused you of having addictions, or this person has addictions, or there's, I heard addiction specialists. They started a crusade against you. Okay? A hate train. It could have ended in an unalive, or that's what they wanted. Now they're facing some sort of hardship because you could have prophesied something, or this is part of a prophecy. You could be a reader or somebody else's, or you're dealing with readers. You're definitely watching me. It's coming true. They know that they're facing some heavy-duty mountains, hardships. They're feeling haunted by what they've done, or if there was none alive, whoever's spirit is haunting them. You're remaining optimistic, or they're trying to remain optimistic that things will, you know, work out in their favor. There's something to do with the backstory. Somebody's getting the backstory as to what happened, or you already know it and you're telling it somehow or writing about it. Now they're scared. Now they're scared because this was all out of vanity. Maybe you shot this person down. Maybe they came on to you. You said no for some reason. They might be getting some time. This has been going on for a long time. They caused a lot of conflict. They were spinning yarns, telling tales, tall tales. And now they're trying to find your location, or they're trying to hide their location. They could have been tracking you. Remain objective, okay? This is a block of ice. Somebody's getting frozen out of something. You are innocent. You survived everything they threw your way. Now they can't survive it. I just heard they won't be able to survive this. Your creativity. You're very creative. Maybe they're stealing your creativity. This is a disconnect, or their group or their club or cult. They're disconnecting from they were doing this for entertainment here. This could be the entertainment business. I don't know. It's happening in the here and now. There's going to be some communication. Somebody's very defensive, or protect yourself. Or, you know what I mean? Somebody's very defensive because they fell in love with you. You're being protected. Somebody in the equation might love you. I don't know. Maybe this person doesn't know what love is. They don't recognize it. It's alien because they don't have self-love. And they actually love you. And this is why they did what they did. They just didn't recognize it. It's not an excuse. I'm just saying. You're getting your justice. You know what, boys and girls? Learn to fucking get familiar with your emotions here. Like, I was just watching something just before this read about, this is happening in the States, but I think it's a brilliant idea, where before a father signs a birth certificate, there's going to have to be a paternity test. Do you know why it's like that? And I feel sorry for the mothers who are honest. It is a big slap in the face. But do you know why it's like that? It's because people take the piss. They're not thinking of their kids. They're making kids for a paycheck, using innocent men. Okay? What kind of mother is that? What do you think your kids are going to say when they find out the truth? You're going to have respect from your kids? I don't think so. And just other things I've been seeing lately online. People not giving a shit. They have no pride. No shame. I mean, what are your kids? They see people acting like this, adults. What are you teaching? It just, I don't know. And these people going around fucking with people's lives, livelihoods, families, and they don't care. I'm just disgusted. Today I'm really feeling frustrated. I'm really tired of these toxic karmic energies, you know, because I'm an empath. I feel these energies when I'm doing these reads. They're disgusting. Doing magic behind closed doors to harm people out of jealousy because they can't control themselves. They don't want to go sit down and heal. They don't like what you have because they're not willing to put the work in. Or it doesn't belong to them. Let's be frank. Okay? I'm just tired of it. I'm sorry, everybody, but I'm really feeling it today. Justice is going to be had, though. Congratulations, okay? Yep, beauty. Charming, graceful, kind-hearted. Congratulations. This is a butterfly, so things are transforming. Things are changing for you. You're coming out of your chrysalis, okay? Butterflies are free. So open heart. You left your heart open. You're a loving, kind, nurturing person. Receptive, empathy, and vulnerable. So maybe because you're empathetic, they think you're vulnerable. You'll fall for the okie doke. You know what I'm saying? You could be a judge. I just heard this. So this is justice. You could be from the lineage of judges. If you know, you know. They're going to get some time here. This has been a long time coming. Waiting cycles and moments. Peace is here. Balance, harmony, and friendship. Releasing. You're going to be able to let this all go once and for all. Letting go, moving on, walking away. letting go of the memories, maybe reminiscing, dwelling in bittersweet, or they're going to be stuck with these memories. You've got a lot of depth to you, okay? This runs deep. Awareness, importance, and value. You bring value to a situation. You could have a lot of inner, you could have a lot of wisdom, a lot of experience, common sense, because that's what we're lacking nowadays. Empathy and love. Yeah, you could be a hard-nosed type of person. You're going to put a person in their place, not because you hate them, not because you want to hurt them. It's because they need to be straightened out. Sit down and fucking heal. On the other hand, you have no problems giving them a hug if there's tears in their eyes. Do you understand what I'm saying? People don't understand that kind of person anymore because you have to be one or the other. You have to be a fucking simp or you have to be a badass. No in between. You got to balance out your life. There's a spark here. Something's getting lit. New beginnings. Congratulations. Try again. New direction. Start over. Shocking for somebody here is turmoil, trouble, and unexpected. This is unexpected because they're shocked. They tried to bring turmoil into your life. They've caused a lot of trouble for you. They wanted you to fade away into obscurity, and it's them. Secrets, mysteries, concealing. There's a lot of resistance again. You were going against the grain, a lot of resistance, but you knew you were on path. You knew this is where you needed to be. Secret admirer, suppressing, timid. So they were trying to hold you back because somebody secretly admired you and they didn't recognize those feelings. Maybe you said no. You were suppressing their emotions. Somebody's really timid, so they thought they'd play with you. I don't know. This is broken. They could have been doing mirror magic, glamour spells against you, anything. They wanted to be you. I don't know. Shattered, heartbroken, destroyed. So whoever this is can't control their emotions. They have no tools to deal with heartbreak or disappointment. They lash out in various unhealthy ways. You know, you didn't cut them initially, but they'll bleed all over you. That's you know what I mean? And they don't care. It's something to do with a past life, soulmate connection, soul tie, karmic tie here. You didn't end it in a past life. It could have been multiple past lives that you've dealt with this person, going through the same thing over and over again. Now is your time to let it go. It's over. Maybe that's why it's like they're resisting this end. That is their whole makeup. The raison d'être. Do you know what I mean? Meaning the reason of being was to follow you from lifetime to lifetime, just to be a thorn in your side. They swore up and down that was their mission. In a way, it was to teach you a lesson, to help you elevate, but not to continue lifetime after lifetime. To end. Cycles have to end. Maybe they're fading off into obscurity now. They've done too much. So they're trying to escape their demise, I guess. Avoiding, blocking, pushing away. It's a breaking point. Limit, final straw, overwhelmed. It's coming to an end here. I know that. They're chasing you. Hot pursuit, toxicity, and resilience. You are very resilient. This person's very toxic. It's a runner-chaser dynamic, obviously narcissistic, exhaustion, depleted, drained, and long journey, yeah. Lifetime after lifetime. Could be an apology from them and or somebody else in the equation that worked with them, forgiveness, return, and sorry. If it's an apology from them, it might be fake, because I'm picking up they don't want this to end. They might fade into obscurity on the other side, if you know what I'm saying. If you know, you know. They did too much. They're going to have to meet their fate there. They weren't supposed to go overboard. Full of pride, arrogance, ego, and stubborn. I mean, Lucifer was full of pride. That was his downfall. And maybe we're talking about old Lucy. Who knows? They're getting some karma. Consequences, cause and effect, and debts. They have to pay a debt now. So this is fantasy. It's all fantasy in their mind. Daydreaming, imagining, and fantasizing. There's an emotional storm that's brewing. Turmoil's unstable and affected. They're trying to distract themselves, distract other people, sidetrack, change, and delays because they know what's coming. And they are very afraid. Maybe psychologically, like consciously, they don't know exactly what they're facing on the other side. They know they're facing a lot of shit on this side too. Like, don't get me wrong. But on the other side, I would be very, very afraid too. Okay? Because there's worse things than death. I'll tell you that much. I can't tell you much more than that. I know a little bit. I don't know a lot. I don't want to speak on it. I'm not an authoritative figure on that. There are worse things than death. And this person might be feeling it. You know, subconsciously they might know it. We have justice and beauty. Could be a judge or somebody that's going to mitigate some, pass some judgment over a situation that finds you beautiful, or they are beautiful. Take it for whatever it is. Maybe somebody, this person hates your beauty because they're ugly inside. You know what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with actual aesthetics. It's what's inside. Justice, beauty. Where are we going with this? Because beauty is skin deep. And it fades awful damn quick, you know? So we have somebody that's clingy. Old exes, dead relationships, old ways. All the old ways are dying out, okay? Trapped. They wanted you trapped. Now they're trapped. Stuck. No options on forgiveness. So they don't want to forgive you for something they've done. It was all them. Damn. This looks like this person's in a dryer. It looks like a dryer door. They're really putting it on. Very dramatic. This reminds me of, you know, the people that take photos near a dryer door, make it look like they're on a plane. Excuse me. They're traveling somewhere, but it's a dryer door. I don't know if you've seen that before online. It's quite funny, actually. Or they take a plastic milk carton or something like that, make it look like a plane's window, make it look like they're traveling and they're not. Somebody's putting on some airs here, definitely. Someone's paranoid. I am telling you, they're feeling it. Cautious, insecure, and guarded. They could be... You might be dealing with a peeping Tom. I hate to say it. I don't want to upset anybody. I get the odd feeling sometimes somebody's trying to look at me through my window. Trust and believe. It's been going on since I moved in here. My son even got that creepy feeling, too, when he was here. Being watched. Then I had one of my neighbors tell me that he caught some prostitute next to my window one day. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah. Unbelievable. So yeah, there's legalities here. Lawyer, court, paperwork. So just be leery. Make sure your windows are locked, sealed tight. You know what I mean? Put a bar if you have a stick or anything. Just protect yourselves, okay? Somebody's feeling hopeless. And this could be spiritual law as well, but it could be both. Feeling hopeless, lost, depression, and self-deletion. Something to do with a soulmate connection here. It could be twin flame. It could be a false twin flame. Friendship, romantic partner. Soulmate could be anybody. It's anybody you have interaction with in your life. It could be the shopkeeper down the road that you see a couple times a week. It could be your teacher. It could be your partner, your family member. It could be anyone, okay? So somebody's making waves here. Emotions, worry, and fear. So it's hitting them like waves, crashing into them. Masked. Hiding, concealing, deception. So I was really puzzled. You or someone else or other people. You went in a totally different direction than where they expected you to go. You're not a follower. Somebody is. Somebody's a follower and they got a bunch of followers. If it's a narcissist, they have supply. They have flying monkeys, of course, okay? They can't predict which way you're going to go. They're confused, perplexed, and conflicted. Definitely conflicted here. They burnt bridges with you. Lack of trust, disloyal, and turned back on. Something to do with a family, or you have a family with them, blood ties in inner circle, or it's their family. They're facing the consequences here. Bad choices, games, and mixed signals. Two-faced, double life, cheater, backstabber. And they're salty, bitter, angry, and petty. Yeah, they're cutting ties. You cut ties. You could have done a cord cutting. You don't have to. Ask Archangel Michael to cut the ties if you don't know how to do it and you feel funny doing it, okay? You don't have to sit there and do these rituals. I mean, if you know Archangel Michael's there, you ask him to do that, to guide you, to do it for you. He'll take care of it, okay? Freedom. And if you need extra, go ahead and do it. I'm not saying not to, okay? But not everybody has the money for it or the wherewithal or the knowledge. So, or maybe sometimes you're afraid to touch stuff like that. I get it. It's foreign sometimes, right? So freedom, standing up and awaken. Or maybe you just need a little extra oomph. You know what I mean? Archangel Michael, do your stuff. Please. What decks did I use here? So, that broken one there. Okay, one more. So we have justice, beauty, clingy. That looks like an outhouse door. So whoever this is, they're in a lot of shit, neck deep. My son used to call it a husika. I don't know where he got that. I think he got that from his father. That reminds me, when I was pregnant for my son 30 years ago this month, I went camping with my ex-husband to Ottawa for a long weekend. Wow, 30 years ago. I was 8 months pregnant, just about. Anyways, you know, we traveled from Toronto to Ottawa. It's a 4 or 5 hour trip. We stop, pregnant, you have to pee off and blah, blah, blah. Come home. Right when we get home, the news comes on. They're telling a story about the cops, the OPP or the RCMP caught some freak that would get into the outhouses, like the porta potties, where the washrooms are along the Trans-Canada Highway or whatever the highway was. He would get inside this shit and, you know what I mean? To watch women go to the washroom. I was freaked out. I was flipping out because obviously I had used a few on the way there and back. My husband at the time was angry. Why is this reminding me of this? I don't know. Peeping Tom, maybe it has something to do with it. I don't know. Just always look into the hole when you're using these things. It's creepy, I know. It's disgusting. But it's not a lie. Look it up. It's like 30 years ago. This was in the news around Ottawa. Between Ottawa and Toronto, it was in the news. You might want to look it up. It's a true story. It's creepy. Justice, beauty, clingy. Where are we going with this? Pictures, regrets, reminiscing, and missing you. Oh, regrets. To live with regret like that, because you've hurt somebody, you fucked up, blah, blah, blah. We all do, right? But I mean, this is severe. This is big time. It's toxic love. It's struggle love. They don't recognize real love, true love, unconditional love. They don't love themselves. This is their love language. They have to fight, break up. They have to cheat. They have to be jealous. You know, you have to show me you love me by going all out. Sticking by me even though I'm an asshole or, you know, cheating on you or whatever. This is not love. Drama, addictions, love-hate relationship. Push and pull. Get out. Sick and tired. Don't blame you. Cycle's over. Decision made. They think it's unfinished business, huh? Well, it's unfinished business on the other side. You know what I'm saying? Proposal, forgiveness, reconciliation. They want a conflict resolution. Compromising, making amends, positive outcome. Who's going to compromise, them or you? They're going to expect you to compromise, right? To make amends to them, you know? Positive outcome, yeah. If they're narcissistic, and I've dealt with them, this is what they're going to say. Yeah, I'm sorry. And you say, okay, what are you sorry about? You know what I'm sorry. You know what I did. I'm sorry. I already told you I'm sorry. But no, tell me why you're sorry. I told you already. Then they get mad. Then they want you to apologize to them for putting them through it. Back off. You could be dating somebody new or you have a new love, and this is something to do with the first read. Okay? Options back on the market. They don't want you back on the market. They're getting something from you. Either it's energy, it's money. They were defrauding in the first read. They wanted their karmic to have your persona, your life, your destiny. A third party, what I tell you, love affair, secrecy, third party hooking up an STD. Very secretive here. Hiding their true feelings, deep emotions, secretly in love, cold and detached. Secretive, sneaky, mysterious, hiding information. So they wanted their karmic or a couple of karmics to be you. Why? Because they don't hold their feet to the fire. I mean, it could be a fallen twin flame for all I know, or a fake one. But it's neither here nor there. They're in trouble. You shouldn't have to take their abuse. That's what the divine doesn't want you to take abuse. He doesn't want you sitting on a shelf while they go play. Do you understand what I'm saying? Wasting your time clock where you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're not getting on path. That's not what a true twin flame or higher level soulmate connection is. So if anybody's feeding you bullshit that you got to wait around for this person until they sow their wild oats, it's undying love, I'll always be here. Bullshit. Okay? They're selling you. I got some swampland for you, okay? Anyhow, they're in trouble and they know it. They wanted somebody they want these warm bodies around them, but they don't want to commit. They don't know how to love. They don't want to be held liable for anything. They don't want to elevate. They don't want to heal. So, well, let's just take the divine feminine or divine masculine's energy, their desire, their destinies, and let's just give it to the karmics who don't give a shit. They're just as evil as me. You know what I mean? Ain't gonna happen. Well, what do you think's gonna happen on the other side? What do you think is going to happen on the other side? I know they're listening. Huh? Oh, well. Crickets now, right? Got lots to say before that. So we have justice, beauty, clingy pictures. Say hello to my little friend. Who knows? Maybe it is Lucy. Lucy got lots of explaining to do. Where are we going with this, please? Ten of Cups in the upright. Wish fulfillment. Family or a group. Happily ever after. It's also ending of a cycle. Look at all we have. All the things we could have together. Wish fulfillment, right? A home, stability, a twin flame. Uh-oh. Unrequited love. Trauma. Not wanting to clear up their inner childhood wounding. False and misleading information. Not reciprocal. Not going back to the past. Somebody's watching and stalking you. Could be peeping Toming you. This is delayed communication from afar. Somebody's under investigation or being surveilled. Learning something. Could be online here. The truth has been spoken. The sword is up in the air, but only half the truth has been spoken. You didn't get the tip. Just the tip. This could be somebody that does yoga or something like that. I'm looking at his leggings and his top. What's here? Oh, it could be same sex. Doesn't have to be, but I'm just saying. In this deck, we have two lovers cards. One's same sex and one's hetero. So it could be a decision. It could be a higher level soulmate. Somebody's watching to see if a higher level soulmate's coming towards you, or you have gotten into a relationship. Somebody's making a decision. It could be a contract, or a third party got involved. Same sex, maybe somebody is on the down low. You didn't know it. I didn't know. The snake's in this tree, coming after these apples. Usually it's coming after the female. The feminine energy in the other card. Let's find it. I'll show you this. See if it's different. Sorry. Bear with me. I'll just pause this. Hold on. Okay, I was wrong. The snake's still going for the apples here. Still going for the gold, going up. I just thought maybe it'd be different. Because usually the snake is coming after the feminine energy. And usually the fire, it looks like fire. It's about ready to light the masculine energy's ass on fire. Somebody's wrapped themselves around this family. Rooted themselves. Don't want to leave. Coming after these apples. Temptation. Poisoning the minds of others. You know? Hissing. There's a decision that's being made. Looking to see if you came into a higher level soulmate connection. Or somebody's finding out about a third party online. Using your higher wisdom and making a decision. This is love, true love, new love, self-love, new beginnings, happiness, right? Your cup overflows. Peace and harmony. New beginnings. You're being very blessed. They're in their emotions. I don't know what this is. Possibly. New beginnings, emotional fulfillment and happiness. You found it. Now, it doesn't have to be same sex. It can be if that's your story. So only take what applies. Walking away. Somebody's no longer emotionally invested. Eight of Cups. This could have been you. You found your self-love. You maybe found out somebody was in a third-party situation or same sex, or you made a decision. You're gone. You saw it online here. They've been watching you ever since, maybe. To see if you found true love ever since you left. Somebody's facing the unknown. You went in search of your 9th and 10th cup, which is emotional fulfillment and happiness. You invested 8 out of 10 cups into a situation. Kind of looks like 9 cups. You're going towards your 9th cup. Or they're realizing you are the 9th cup here for them. Wish fulfillment. Somebody was a greedy glutton. Yeah. So you walked away, or somebody's no longer invested here. They had addictions, obsessions, codependency issues, bound to some sort of trying to bind you. Very toxic here. Walking away from this toxic person, situation, contract. They wanted to bind you to a family, to a contract, to a spiritual inheritance here, okay? Bound. long-term stability, long-term relations, this family here with a doppelganger. So they wanted to take your spiritual inheritance, okay, and give it to the doppelganger, who's greedy and selfish and jealous and a wannabe, right? They took your voice away, tried to devalue you and disempower you, wanted you to sacrifice for them, you know what I'm saying? But this is something that's greedy, selfish, jealous, lazy, possessive, and controlling. Very karmic, very chaotic. This was an imbalance. They breadcrumbed you, used and abused you. This could be fraud and theft. We were picking that up in the first read. There you go. You got a lot of burdens. They placed burdens upon your back. They had a point to prove. Maybe in front of this karmic and their friends or their family. I can do this. They had a chip on their shoulder where you were concerned. Okay, now they know. They're buckling beneath the weight of these burdens. It could be spiritually being burdened, emotionally, mentally, financially, and criminally now. Okay, they made a poor decision. This is harsh judgment. They misjudged you. Lack of awareness, acceptance, and accountability. If you're dealing with institutions, the judgment's going to go against them. Okay, there's no second chances. This is karma. They're going to be judged real harsh for what they've done. Ending a cycle here. They don't want to put this down because then they'll look weak. They'll look stupid. It's a point of pride here. They judged you harshly. Male or female, place the genders where it belongs. You stood your ground. You're standing in your power. You have authority, spiritual, 3D, or both. You're unafraid. You're creative. You're creating something new. You're very confident and bold. You're attracting. You're magnetic. Charming as well. If somebody's going to tell you about yourself, you're going to tell them about themselves. Okay? You're divinely protected and guided. This is somebody that's a doer. Okay? They take action. And you're not afraid. You let them go. You gave up. You let them go. You're not fighting for them. You won't compete for them. Somebody wants your guard to go down. They can't block you any longer. What is this? Poor decision, bad decisions here. Yeah. Somebody's mature, that's for sure. They bore false witness. They're in debt. They could owe you some sort of money. They want you to let go of this debt. Or you let go of this debt, meaning this anvil hanging around your neck. Could have lost a child. Somebody's very childish. Lazy, don't want to put the work in, and very disrespectful. They took a huge gamble and lost. They could have placed you in debt. Not taking a practical approach, no new beginnings. Okay, they didn't want to invest in you. They didn't want to pay money. They don't want to pay. They can't block something. The fact that they didn't pay you any money, they can't hide this. If this is an ex-spouse, or this could be something to do with children, child support. They're immature. They're very immature. They don't want to learn their lessons. They don't care. They're in denial here, acting like a victim. Somebody's money's been blocked or something. They don't know what to do. They're indecisive. They don't see what's coming. They're trying to block communication. They don't know what to do. You're ignoring them, maybe. Their heart chakras are closed. They're acting like a victim. You're at peace. You took a different route. They were trying to, this could be divination abuse as well. They want your guard to go down. So they can steal money from you when you're not looking. They want to communicate with you. You took a different path. People are now seeing you differently here. I think somebody's trying to protect themselves. I mean, there's obviously more than one person in this equation. Somebody's trying to protect themselves. They see you differently, or they're trying to block people from seeing you differently. Somebody bore false witness. They claimed you're this, that, and the other thing, right? It's heartbreaking. This news is going to be heartbreaking, that you're getting good news. People see you differently as you are. You're inspirational and creative here. You're getting some good news, and this is breaking their heart. They didn't invest in you. This is a bad investment, misappropriation of funds. They could have wasted some money that was yours. End of the line, can't go any further. They wasted money, lost money. They have to relocate, or they don't have proof as to what they claimed, their false narrative was. They don't have the proof proving this. You're single, abundant, independent, self-sufficient, stable, and secure. They could have said you were a whore, male or female. You're not. You're very celibate and chaste. You're very proper. You have self-respect. You could be a business owner, They could have said you're a gold digger. You're always looking for money and handouts. You'll sleep around for money. You'll do anything for money. Here you are, your own business owner. You don't have to be, but you're stable and you're secure. You have 9 out of 10 pentacles, minding your own business. Oh, they're out there causing drama everywhere they go. They can't make it on their own if I don't invest in them. That kind of shit. Whatever this is, it's all bullshit. They wanted to harvest from you. This is harvest time, okay? Those grapes are ripe. You have 9 out of 10 pentacles. They could have tried taking 7 out of your 9. Okay? Yep, the truth is coming out. So if anybody's in your life, it's because you want them there. It's not because you're needy. Not because you're codependent in any fashion, any way. Okay? The truth is coming out. They can't hide this any longer. Someone's got to face their fears, their shadow. There's no more confusion about a situation. You're not sitting at home alone crying over them in your emotions. Abso-fucking-lutely not. You're not confused as to what took place here. You're free. You're good on your own. You're independent. This person isn't. Yeah, they're feeling some kind of way. Some kind of salty. They know that you're not going to invest in this person, in them ever again. You're feeling rejected and abandoned. They wanted to reject and abandon you because they didn't like the way you were packaged. They didn't like the rules. Not that there's rules, but there's common sense in relationships. It's give and take. If it's not reciprocal, it's not worth it. If they're not pulling their weight, get the fuck out. If they're damaging your life, hurting you, abusing you, get the fuck out. They didn't get their way. This is someone that's bored and dissatisfied with life because they're not living. They're existing, subsisting. What they're doing is just party, 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 spread their legs, poke something, you know what I mean? Smile, go to work, maybe sometimes, you know what I mean? Rip off people, lie, hurt people, and then do it all over again tomorrow. So they're feeling sorry for themselves. Oh yeah, they're missing you, they're regretting something. They definitely defrauded you somehow, and they're worried about it. Oh dear. They can't eat or sleep now. How's it feel to be the shoes on the other foot? Right? They manipulated the situation. Could have done magic. They were deceptive. They had 2 faces here. 50 faces, if you ask me. They don't have all the resources they need. They didn't take action when they should have. They're all over the place. They can't focus. They're out of control. They lost power. They could be involved in corruption. Something to do with some sort of action, passion, new beginning. They're trying to manifest you. They can't manifest a new passion opportunity with you, a new beginning, because they want to be happy here. They took some sort of action with your family. They want their happy. Yeah, because you're stable and secure. You made them happy. You made them look good. Male or female, okay? Yeah. You made them look good. This is an energy that's very down to earth, very grounded, stable and secure, hardworking, abundant, and independent. They make everybody else look good, okay? Everything they touch turns to gold. They're quite capable. Not because they're better than anybody else, but because they make it look easy even though it's not. They don't complain. They just put their head down and do it. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter what sign. I don't use the signs. It could be any sign. You were able to put all your past hurts behind you. You walked away with grace, with your head held high. You didn't engage with this person. You're not going to compete. You're not going to be an option here. 5 of Wands. There's no drama in your fucking life. No place for it. Because again, like I said before, you're going to hold this person's feet to the fire. You have higher standards here. You love yourself. You're not going to be letting this person take the piss out of you. Maybe you did for a long time, but you've elevated, okay? These people are playing games. They gaslit you, or this person did. Mind games, you know? You're not engaging. Now they're fighting amongst them and their people, their supply, their flying monkeys. I don't know. They don't want this conflict. They were reckless, careless, and foolish. They took unnecessary risks. They didn't want you starting over, having a new beginning, exciting new beginning. Somebody's naive or gullible. They thought your kindness was weakness. They were warned, and they didn't listen. They went right off the edge. This is embarrassing and disgraceful. You hurt their pride and ego. They didn't want you having a new beginning. They didn't want you to be happy because you hurt their pride and ego by letting them go, and they held a grudge against you. This is embarrassing and disgraceful. They're going to look like a clown that they are. They could have been attacking you, made up allegations and accusations that were unfounded. They have no defense for what they've done. They have no protection. They're feeling overwhelmed, defeated. This could be the third party or one of them, or this is the person you're dealing with. Somebody's very emotionally manipulative. They blackmail emotionally, very neglectful, superficial, shallow, selfish. This is the one that wants your fucking destiny. They were going to give it to this person. Yeah. I guess this person feels betrayed, or they know, you know they betrayed you. They don't care who they hurt. Very needy and gluttonous, I just heard. They have secret addictions. They went, yeah, this is ending a cycle. Yeah, there's both of them. They could stay together. These are counterparts, okay? Very malicious, ruthless, careless, cruel. Okay? Both of them neglectful. Both of them have addictions. They manipulate emotionally. That's what they wanted for you. They betrayed you, whoever this is. Okay? Emotionally manipulative, emotionally unavailable, and immature, self-serving, and self-absorbed. They're in their emotions right now. Good for them. No self-love. There's no unconditional love here whatsoever. Yeah, law and order coming in. This could be Archangel Michael, someone, you or someone else, male or female. Somebody speaking the truth here. The truth, the sword is up in the air. Somebody with authority, very learned, experienced, and wise. So parting of ways, don't see eye to eye. There's lack of trust here. There's no harmony. What's that all about? This is karmic soul tie. This could be Archangel Michael coming in. You're going to ask them to sever the cords. Maybe he already did. I don't know. Or it could be someone else. It could be a professional or somebody speaking the truth. You or someone else. Let's see. Somebody with authority, spiritual or otherwise. Yeah, they can't foresee. They didn't foresee this. They didn't want you moving on or moving ahead in life. They were non-committal but didn't want to be alone. They wanted you on a shelf and waiting. If it is Archangel Michael, that's why he had to step in. They didn't foresee this. Okay? They weren't expecting this. They're going through a dark night of the soul. They have no more vision. Maybe they had the gift of sight at one time. I don't know. They didn't see this coming, though. They're going through a dark night of the soul. They know what's coming. They can feel it. They know what's on the other side, and it's this. Total destruction. Tower in reverse, never to be revisited again. So if it was whether it's a false twin and or a fallen twin, a fallen angel, their connection with Source, which is their crown chakra, has been cut off. It's Archangel Michael. He had to step in. These two they're done. So there's at least two people that were doing magic on you. They defrauded you. They did the worst. Yep, doing magic. What I tell you, talking shit on wise counsel. A hoe bag wanted to be you, a divine being. Imagine that. Secrets are not coming out. They're out in the cold, going towards lack and loss, going towards poverty, or the truth is coming out that they left you out in poverty. They followed another out into the cold. It's good. I'm going to tell you, and I've said it before, hell is not hot. Hell is fucking cold, dark, and silent. It's enough to drive anything or anyone crazy. Okay? Yep. Ending a third-party situation. This is a false contract, spiritual or otherwise, or they defrauded you. Lazy, don't want to put the work in, disrespectful. Their plans are falling through. Ending a third-party situation, collaboration, or like I said, it's a breach of contract or false contract. Whatever they're trying to build, it's not mathing. It's falling apart. It's a backfire, bad news. No communication, something stopped here. No longer cooperating or working together. Somebody did something on their own. If they're part of a cult, coven, secret society, or just a friend group, somebody went off on their own. Didn't consult others. And now this is the backfire. Maybe they did more magic than what they were told to. Yep. Could have had a car accident. Could be some bad news coming in. They don't want to take accountability. Something's out of control that's not going to go anywhere. They've been stopped. Lost their car accident, somebody's unstable, this was unfair. They can't play games anymore. They're in debt either to the devil, to you. Something's not mathing, okay? They can't balance something anymore. They thought there's going to be profiting at this point, but it's not going anywhere. Therefore, they don't have your destiny. They can't play games anymore. They dropped the ball on this one, baby. They're undecided here, you know what I'm saying? About a partnership, a soulmate connection. If you did go into a recent new relationship, they're trying to fuck that up. Or they're undecided whether I don't know, maybe you're the one that's undecided to get into a new relationship. This is a partnership or soulmate connection. This is extreme happiness. There we go. Or they got into a partnership because of paternity, children. Yep. Somebody's non-committal. There's truth and clarity. They're going to be exposed. This is illumination. Okay? This is the truth, the God's honest truth. It's going to heal the situation. This is not your twin flame. Or these people are twin flames, okay? For whatever this is. They stole a home. They made you homeless. Stole a business. Something to do with instability, a bad family. The party's over. An injustice here. A fall from grace. Somebody was smug, full of themselves, selfish, and know-it-all, and a show-off. This is a termination, or they got demoted to karmic, if it is a higher level soulmate. A fall from grace is not wish fulfillment. Yeah, they're getting let go here. This is all based off of insecurity. They can't hold back. Yeah, they have addictions, obsessions. They went to extremes, inappropriate behaviors. A fallen angel. They can't hold on. They have no protection right now. They could be sick or unstable. They try to make you sick or unstable. There's no reconciling this. No conflict resolution. They were impatient. They wanted to elevate, get that spiritual inheritance for their karmic fast. You know what I'm saying, without doing the work. There's no peace, harmony, or contentment. It is what it is. It's disaster. It's destruction. Lost their job. Didn't work. They're not qualified. Didn't put the work in. No discipline. No self-mastery. Right? Now they're sick. They're scared. It's a scandal. They don't want to heal. Getting intrusive thoughts. Nightmares. Yeah, it was all ego. It was all ego. Somebody wanted to dominate you. Power and control and lust. It's illumination, letting go and letting God. You were strong enough to let go of this person, even though if it's your twin or your higher level soulmate, whatever this is, or they're going to be arrested. And they're being arrested. There's no communication. This is all lies, no truth or clarity. There's a gold digger and a cloud chaser. They wanted your destiny. This is change, though. They're cut out of their own destiny. Damn, this is fated. They could be transitioning, or they wanted you to transition, or somebody else's. That devil's hanging out that fucking wheel, isn't he? Divine timing. Yeah, they were holding you back. Somebody was impersonating you. It could be forgery as well. Stealing your ideas, your work, your achievements. They feel entitled. So they're very combative. They could be very aggressive. Be careful. You're going into a new cycle, a destined cycle. Okay, you learned your lessons. This is abundance as well. It's very fortunate for you. They're angry. They feel entitled. Yeah, this is your new partner. This is you. I think this is your new partner. Your higher level soulmate connection. Somebody stepping up to the plate. This is his throne. His, I say his. It could be her. This is somebody that's established. Very wise. Has gone through the highs and lows of each and every king in the deck. Learned their lessons and elevated. They didn't want to bypass it. You know, and in spirituality, you can't take the elevator. You got to take the stairs. One step at a time. Somebody with authority, spiritual or otherwise. Making wise choices here. Somebody with power. Not afraid to wield it. Yeah, it's a return here. This is unfinished business with the universe. This is a heavy blowback. It's not over. They want to return. You're going to be celebrating. This is speaking some truth, setting some boundaries. You could be a speaker, male or female, an authority figure of some sort. Whatever you're speaking on, you are an authority on it, or this is them. Cutting people out, setting boundaries. Yeah, Hierophant. This is sanctioned. This is ordained. It's a marriage or commitment. Higher level soulmate connection. Be dealing with an institution as well. With these pleasure seekers. This is coming back around again, okay? It's unfinished business. It could be a past life soulmate as well. A good one, okay? Yeah, this is... Somebody was lying, cheating, and or stealing. So you're going to be going about a marriage, a commitment, a contract, or you're dealing with an institution, or this is the divine himself. I just heard somebody caught a rat. Somebody's trying to escape a situation, or you're the one that got away. They want to apologize. You're innocent. They're going to jail. They know this. They're stuck. They try to bind you. They're stuck in their head. They wanted you stuck in a shelf. You know what? They steal money. Missed your opportunity. So they give your opportunity to a karmic. So I'm not sure what's going on. This could be a lawyer. Okay, a lawyer. I wasn't going to say that. I was going to say some sort of judge or leader knows that they did stuff. These people, these pleasure seekers, this third party. It's coming back around to bite them in the ass. They know somebody's speaking the truth here. You spoke your truth about this third party, this group, cult, or maybe they did. I don't know. In a court of law or on a platform somewhere about this depravity they were doing. You're innocent. They know this. So somebody's going to jail. They wanted to keep you on a shelf and binded while they were stealing money, while you miss your opportunities. You know what I mean? Maybe they're trying to restrict you somehow, some way, causing calamities, putting obstacles in your way. But this is them. This is self-imposed. And I think if they do get arrested, and I think some of them will, they're going to piss their pants. I just heard that loud and clear. They thought they bound you. You used your intuition. They tried to keep you stuck. And it's not showing here. Thank you, Spirit. It's not showing here. But you knew instinctively, because your eyes are covered, you used your intuition. You knew that you weren't really stuck, okay, in your mind, in your head. These swords are not blocking you. You could just easily walk away. Whatever this sash is that's around her, it's not very tight. You knew you could just pull it apart. You got out of it, no problem. They missed their chance. They missed their opportunity. That's what it is. There you go. At a higher level soulmate connection. They owe you. There's a King of Wands that was behind it. They can't come correct. They were unfaithful, male or female, wanting to be a boss. They could have been a contender. Now they're looking back at you. The relationship you had, you were obedient. You looked up to God. You know what I mean? They were visceral. They were in the mundane world. You were in the spiritual world. They didn't do the work. They made the wrong choice. They wanted the authority without doing the work. They wanted a third party. They were unfaithful. They can't come correct. Okay? They can't stop you or they're not dependable. They're just lazy. A lazy lover, lazy friend, lazy person. They can't get it together. They have nothing of value to offer. It's not their rite of passage. They didn't pass the test. Back you go. Back to factory settings. This is not their wish fulfillment. They're not getting their wish fulfillment. They didn't do the work. They didn't have any. They're still in their south node. They have no faith, no spiritual protection. It's a scam artist, okay? They'd rather have casual hookups all over the place. Very insincere, wearing a mask. Never gave you any support, love, and or not even friendship. Just a scam artist, right? Yeah. Bragging, showing off, wanting the attention. Get away. Yeah, hiding and cloaking everything. Not awake, not aware. Don't want to do the work. Don't want to be alone. Now they're stuck. They can't move forward. They're trying to make you stuck so you don't move forward, right? They're in hot water. They can't move forward with something. They can't come near you, okay? They can't come meet you in calm waters. Yep. They wanted to stop you. This is change. They're not going anywhere unless they change. They could have wanted to take you out too. They're in hot water. Or somebody else got taken out. Take it for whatever that is. But it's coming to an end. This is a cycle ending. And they're angry here. They could have wanted to attack you. Or maybe their third party got mad and attacked them. This could be first responders, fast communication, fast action. This is a greedy motherfucker. Okay, corrupt. Money motivated, a bully, lazy, jealous, codependent, clingy. Really bad with money. Money motivated, get rich quick schemes. You know, will do anything for money. Anything. Yep. Now he or she has no options here. Seeing through the illusions, right? There's no more confusion. They can't cover this up anymore. Maybe they went around saying, oh, you're delusional. They did not want to give up their side pieces. There you go. Unrequited love. There we go. Didn't give you your flowers. You're not going back to the past. They have no options here. They're running out of options because they're unwilling to heal their inner childhood wounding. They want to stay in the past. They want to stay there in their trauma. Let them stay there. It's unrequited. It was not reciprocal. They could stay with their karmic, okay? So, justice, this is being meted out one way or the other, whether it's spiritually, in the 3D, or in courts, in your life somehow, something to do with kindred spirits. If there is a judge sitting, judging the situation of this person, they recognize you as a kindred spirit. Maybe this is the new person coming into your life. Maybe you're both judges from a long line of very distinguishable. How do you say it? What's the word I'm looking for? Anyways, judges. Let's put it that way. You kept your heart open, receptive, empathy, and vulnerable. That's the beauty of it. It's the beauty of love. Love is love. Love is beautiful. It doesn't hurt. It shouldn't hurt. Love is freeing. If you don't feel free in a relationship, it's not love. If they don't support you, and I don't mean financially, if they don't support your dreams, if they're not there for you, it's not love. Yeah, we make mistakes. Sometimes we can't be there. Do you understand what I'm saying? But on the whole, love doesn't hurt. It shouldn't hurt. It's freeing, like a butterfly. Charming, graceful, kind-hearted. They wanted to trap you. Somebody was very clingy. They were getting energy from you, your destiny. There's some sort of fraud going on here. It could be this false marriage that I picked up in the last read. Some sort of mortgage fraud, false marriage ID fraud, something. Stuck, no options on forgiveness. Clingy. They're into shit now, okay? Old exes, dead relationships, always. It's over. All they got now is pictures here. Regrets, reminiscing, and missing you. Looking at your photos, crying. I could have been a contender. Or they did something with photos and made money that way. Take it for whatever that is. It's toxic love. Drama, addictions, love-hate relationship. It's struggle, love. It is not love, okay? Being jealous isn't love. That doesn't say somebody loves you. That means that somebody's codependent. And is feeling threatened within a relationship or situation, right? Manipulation is not love. How can it be? When you're playing mind games with or playing games with somebody's emotions just to make yourself feel better. Oh, they love me now. Look at how upset they're getting. Good. That's not love. Would you want to trust anybody like that with your feelings? I wouldn't. I'd rather be single. Thank you. If I can't trust you with my heart, with my emotions, with my life, my body, my home, my kids, my money, my work, if I can't trust you with any of it, that's where I'm at right now. I've elevated. You don't belong in my life. I think some cards are missing. There used to be a thicker deck. How are we ending this, please, Spirit, for the collective, please? So we have Thinker. 44, the angels are on it. You're almost there. Elevating. Or maybe they're considering doing some work and elevating. I don't know. I can't speak for them. I don't want to. This energy really is disgusting. 8. Imagine. 20. They're under judgment. This is a new beginning. It's awareness, a spiritual awakening here. Maybe they're trying to think, how can I elevate myself a little bit more and get back into their good graces? But they're under divine judgment. You made the right call here. Somebody needs to take accountability for what they've done. They could have been doing moon magic. They're tied to the moon here, or your intuition is so high. You know what I mean? You have really strong intuition. Come to the edge, and that's what they did. Okay, 36 is 9's the Hermit. Finding out, investigation. Now they have to go with it and do that soul work. You did it. You know, they wanted your essence. Somebody was trying to be you, I think. Tossing out like little rose petals and going, hey, here's some love, here's some love. They didn't mean it. Yang, this is the masculine principle. So we're dealing with a masculine that's coming in. It's manifesting you. You're co-creating with the divine. And this is not the masculine. Okay, so he's no longer the masculine. I say he, could be a she. The Emperor Yang, right? 31 in reverse is 4 in reverse. Distorted masculine. It was all ego, wanting power and control, wanting everybody to see how they lived and get jealous, you know what I'm saying, without doing the work. Not here and now. It's divorce or separation, or this is false contract, a crime, corruption, bad advice, bad counsel. Don't believe, not into traditional relationships or values. It's not going to be happening now. It's over. Round and round. It's over. Going round in circles. It's like a toilet flushing, right? Round and round. In the shitter, like I said. 44. I'm sorry, I'm a bit tired today. If you haven't seen the first one, I did a lot of housework yesterday. I cleaned from top to bottom. My body's a little sore. I got some running around to do today as well, and I'm expecting guests later, so yeah, it's going to be a long one. I'm not complaining. Trust and believe. I'm glad I got it done. So 44, thinker, strategy, being analytical and logical. The ability to reason and strategize is the focus now. Take things at face value and follow the logical path. Your calculations will prove to be correct, for in this moment there is no deeper meaning than what is obvious. Things are exactly as they seem. You weren't imagining this, right? Or if there's a judge coming in, a justice of the peace, somebody coming in to nip this in the bud, they're seeing it, okay? You have all the information you need. Keep it simple and you will win the game of life you're playing right now. The energy I'm going to tell you right now is kind of scattered today, but I don't know what's going on with the transits right now. So that might have something to do with it. It's like pulling teeth sometimes, but just bear with me. So 20, imagine. Turning imagination into manifestation, creative thought, visualization, the power of aligning imagery and feelings, creativity and illusions. Who do you want to be? What do you need to believe in order to have the life you want? So somebody wanted to be you. Pardon me. You were gifted with the power to imagine. If you can dream it, you can create it. And what does divine feminine, male or female, do? They create. They attract. This is the time when your imagination is the key to manifesting the life you desire. Spend time daydreaming, fashioning a vision board to help you see your goals, or meditating. Allow the power of your creativity to deliver images of what feeds your soul. Then allow your feelings to mingle with your inspirations and imagine these things being real right now. Then repeat. Rinse and repeat. What you imagine will become your belief, and soon you will see these things come to pass in the outer world as if by magic. You don't need magic. You don't need to do magic. You're not like these cowards that go behind closed doors and try to bend wills and manipulate people's lives. Steal, destroy, kill. There's no need for that. 36, come to the edge. Courage, taking a leap of faith, overcoming fear and accepting risk. Facing the unknown is the only choice you really have right now if you want progress. It's okay to be afraid. Now is the time to take a risk that is not calculated, to feel the exhilaration as you ready yourself for a leap of faith. So something new is beginning for you, and I felt it. I've been feeling it the last week or so. Something's brewing. Something's coming. Something good, okay? Get ready. I've been doing that. I don't know. I'm not nesting necessarily, but I'm cleaning out what I don't need, purging, getting rid, releasing, making room for new. So you might want to do that too. You know, you don't have to go crazy. Do one drawer a day, one closet a day. Just get rid of what you don't need. Clear out the cobwebs. You know what I'm saying? Spirit is present, so let go of fear. You're called to express your true self. Listen to your heart and soul, not your head. Come to the edge and discover that you can fly. You must step into the unfamiliar so that you may find your miracles. And miracles are awaiting you, okay? They do abound. Trust and believe when I say that. We hear miracles about Jesus in the Bible, doing miracles. We hear a lot about that growing up, and I believed it until I got older, and you know what I mean? Yeah. Got more skeptical and cynical, and the age of miracles is over. Why, if this is true, why aren't we seeing miracles today? You know, I would question stuff like that. I have since seen many miracles. Many. Just got to know where to look. I remember my mother saying, stop being a doubting Thomas. It's not going to help you. Oh boy, look at this. They wanted your destiny. 8, Gemini. Wheel of karma. Karma, dharma, destined, inevitable, cause and effect, divine intervention, cycles like luck, fortune, rise and fall, circumstance, consequence, divine will, blind justice. So justice on top of justice. Congratulations. Somebody went down that rabbit hole. You might like whimsy here. You might feel like Alice in Wonderland. Time is up, though. Spark of curiosity, gnosis. So you got a deep knowing. You have a lot of sacred knowledge. Spiritual awakening. It's time. Heeding the call. Research it. So if you have any questions about spirituality, about anything in life, and it crosses your mind, I used to do this all the time. I would write it down before the internet because I would have to go to the library and look it up. And I would tell my son to do the same because he was always curious, asking questions. I said, I don't know, sweetheart. I don't have the answers. Write it down. We'll go to the library. And then when we got the internet, even better, right? So write it down if you need to. Remember it if you don't have the time. And then look it up later. A curious mind is a creative mind. Go down that rabbit hole. Research it. Inner knowing, dark to light, going down the rabbit hole, waking from the dream. I remember one time, 87 might have something to do with it. And this is Gemini and Sag. He was asking one question after the other. He was so curious. He still is. And I'm going, I don't know, sweetheart. I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm not going to lie to the kid. What do you know, Mom? So, yeah, one. We have Aries, Taurus, and Gemini. 1. Spring, new moon, the maiden, within 1 to 3 months. So, I don't know, something could have started last spring, and it's almost here. Could be a pregnancy, I don't know. Take it for whatever it is, okay? 9, Aries, shield. You're being shielded, you're being protected, or somebody's trying to shield themselves because they know what's coming. Defensive, protect, support, safeguard, block, get guardian, stand up for. Being prepared, heroic, stronghold, security, ward off unwanted energies, be on guard and withstand. So you withstood a lot of maybe magic, a lot of ridicule, a lot of people playing in the background in your life, trying to dictate your life, trying to slow you down, keep you stuck or bound. Because somebody, some little twit, wanted your destiny. Some street rat wanted your destiny. Imagine them apples. If you have a yes or no question, it is 5. Changing. 5 is a number for change, okay? So at this time, the situation is in a state of flux. Anything can happen. So this is 95 might have something to do with it. It's a matter of free will. Or maybe not. I just heard no. For them, it's not free will for them. They're out of chances. They're out of choices. It is no longer free will for them. What is going to happen to them is ordained. But there might be a matter of free will for you. Or the divine doesn't want to show all of his cards yet. Okay? Or maybe you don't want to show all your cards. Take it for whatever that is. 3, Virgo, chess, checkmate. There we go. I just heard checkmate. They were playing checkers, you were playing chess. You were playing the long game. These people they want in and out quick. They want what they want now. They have no, what's it called? It's instant gratification. They can't hold back. They have no discipline. Strategy, planning, checkmate, grand design, thinking ahead, tactics, moves and counter moves, master plan. This is the divine's master plan, I think. Course of action, power play, game theory, consequences of actions. So they're reaping the consequences here. Scorpio, 2, 32, 53 might be there. Olive branch, this is peaceful for you. This is peace. They want to make peace with you now. Wow. I wonder why. Truth, surrender, give in, and come to terms. So if this is something to do with an institution or a court or contracts and any kind of fraud, they want to come to terms now. Suspend. Somebody's going to be suspended here. Lull, de-escalate, make amends, peace offering, winding down, halt, reprieve, ceasefire, treaty, agree to disagree. You have the tools for whatever it is you need. You're very practical, okay? You're resourceful. Somebody's a tool. I also heard, too, if there's any cults, coven, secret societies, or any kind of practitioners, anybody coming after you, and they're caught up in this, they may want to call a truce with you. We won't do any more magic on you, we promise. Or can you just put in a good word for us with Father? Or this is somebody else that was caught up in this, and maybe they didn't back you up. Could be professionals or something like that. Maybe overlooked this, didn't do their jobs, might be held liable, might be suspended at work, might be sued. Who knows? Now they want to extend an olive branch. It's up to you what you want to do. I cannot tell you what to do. Follow your heart. It's up to you. Anyways, it looks good for you. Not so great for them. I don't envy these people. Hope you like the reading. Until next time, take care.